Ooh. What's up, guys? Oh, I got to put these on. The fuck's happening, Print fam? Print life is in the house. It's good to see you guys. Good to hang with you. How's everybody doing? Am I live? I should be live, but maybe I'm not live. Can you guys see me? Is everything coming through clear? You know we got to double check our audio video sync every single time because I don't try. And while we're adjusting here, let's do a little Instagram live action, just so that I can get everybody coming over to us. Okay. All right. We are live, Instagram. This is my live rig, so it's good to see everybody. And if you're just hanging with, well, Instagram, you know what? The thing that sucks about Instagram is you go live and then it takes a second for anyone to start tuning in. But no matter what, apparel just joined the show. So, what's happening, Instagram? It's your boy Cam. Me and the Print crew are live on YouTube right now. So, we're going to need you to pack up your things, get your shit together, and work your way on over to YouTube. Because that's where the action is. This thing's just going to be kind of hanging out over here. I'm not even paying attention to it. Okay. So that's live, guys. Bad. YouTube is not receiving... What? 6. Health is good. Alright, I got to get out of this. I know what the problem is. I know what's happening. There we go. Okay. So YouTube, you guys know the routine, man. I'm going to come through and just say hi to everybody before we officially start. But I got to give you all a cheers. Non-alcoholic. You know, it's if you're like me and you just like the feeling of kicking back and having a beer, O'Doul's, it kind of does the trick. You know, and I guess there might even be a slight placebo effect where because you're drinking it like beer, maybe you're kind of getting your little buzz on, and I guess it kind of feels like it's a real beer. I don't know. God damn it. Live video's having problems. I got problems over here. Come on, bitch. There we go. I was going to do... But yeah, anyway, cheers, guys. We are live. Everything is synced up, hopefully. So shit should be sounding amazing right now. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. So let me situate my screens here. You guys, how are your print shops doing, man? My shit is like so slow. We just got slammed yesterday and today. I started getting a bunch of phone calls, but I mean, it has just been crazy. What about y'all? Let me know. Is it you got work coming in, or are you just hanging around twiddling your thumbs all day? Let me start at the top here, and we'll just say what's up to everybody right quick. We got Gabriel in the house, Scott King's standard here as always, prototype 8. Almost wasn't going to make it, but he's here. Your poor boys, Jason's here. Jason, was that you, dude, that was talking about just putting the emulsion in the quart container? That was you. Yeah. Anyway, we did it. Everything is so much better now. Got Hotbox here in the house. Who else is here? You guys are having a good conversation. Brian Barry's here. What's up, Brian? We got Val B. Tony Cassidy's hanging with us. Yeah, I was running from you guys, man. Yep. Ryan Eubanks. No, I'm not printing, thank God, man. Right, dude, you're ready to meet up, right? You and Sonny are going to be kind of rolling with me through the thing, hopefully. I'm hoping Sonny will help film so that I don't have to just do like the first person vlogging the whole time. Who else is in the house? Crawley Print Shop's in the house. Andrew Murphy, Design Gnome's back as always. Brian Barry, I think I said what's up to you. Lino, what's happening? Matt Vlogs, Allison Reichart, Vincent Y, Alberto Diaz, what's happening? What's happening? Got Knockout Graphics is in the house. Meryl Smith, Jonathan Macarenas. Who else we got? I lost you guys. Ryan Eubanks, I think I said what's up. Joey Shatterfield. Tony Cassidy's here. Crawley Print Shop. Slowish, huh? We should be good now. I fist it. And if you're on Instagram right now, guys, I'm just saying hi to everybody, but you guys should probably work your way on over to YouTube where the real live show is happening. Slowish. Good. Yeah, guys, it's just been tricky. I don't know. I don't feel like normally Januaries are a slow time, so I don't know what's going on, but we'll work our way through it. It's funny, I'm so insecure about this video being sluggish and the video out of sync, and I forgot that I asked you the questions, and when I see people saying slowish, I immediately think that the stream's fucked up. Gosh dang, I gotta break this habit. I gotta be confident now that it's good. I got it fixed. Just so y'all know, it was the computer. My old machine just could not keep up with this whole thing. I'll just get back on track. Say what up to everybody. On Point Designs is here. Who else? Crawley Print Shop. Slow as well, huh? Slow till yesterday for Tony. Rye is slow. Poor Boys. No work. Knockout Graphics got some orders today. Congrats. Jesse Arnold. Slow. So it sounds like everybody's kind of starting to do what I'm doing and just starting to slowly rise, but it's not very steady. Ready for the weekend too, man. Right, you're right. Who's all flying out to the ISS Long Beach, and then who's actually driving? Man, that would be brutal. What's up, Mark Guerrero? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Everybody, if you're just joining in for the first time, the Print Fam is I can't think today. I feel like I slept 1 hour last night. I'm in a fog right now. But the Print Fam is super happy to have you here. Hopefully we have a good show today. I'm not in the same mood that I was last week, but just a heads up, that shit is still we're still planning it completely. That is happening. So keep your eyes out for that. So you can do it. Just order the Raynar Elite 2 by Elite 2, which is a 6x6. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, that looks like a really good press, actually. So this locked screen is upsetting. Allison has a locked screen, huh? Stewart Marketing loves the videos. Thanks, man. Who else is in here? Tortuga, Mr. Tuga is in the house. Joshua Whitlow's here now. I'm trying to catch everybody, guys, but it could be difficult. Jesse Arnold, Andrew Murphy, Kevin Riera, what's up? Josh is here. Alberto Diaz, Steven Tucker. Orange Tag Clothing's hanging with us today. Man, we got a pretty nice little crew hanging. What are we doing here? What am I doing, guys? Mark Barr says business is good over there. Order through January for Valentine's. It's awesome. Just for me, man, I don't know what it is. I think it's when I don't know. Maybe it's the season. I don't remember January's ever being slow before, but I think it was when we raised the prices. We just started kind of alienating our old customer base, so now we're trying to have to find new ones, ones that are willing to pay reasonable wages to hardworking Americans. So I think because of that, partially it's like I don't know, maybe that's partly, but now I'm just guessing right now. The CCI is I don't know how much it is, man. They hooked us up with that thing, man. They wanted me to do a little review, so we're gonna test it out. Actually, I asked them. I reached out to them. They didn't. I just asked them for the white, and they sent me all this other stuff. They didn't actually ask me to review it or anything like that, but they sent it, and because they were so gracious in sending such a huge pack, I am going to do a couple reviews. Tomorrow I'll be shooting the D-Flow. I'm excited to see how that neon shit looks, man. That stuff looks good. It's nice. Joey Satterfield's flying from the PPAI in Vegas all the way to ISS. That's cool, man. Jurassic Prince is in the house. What's up, dude? Kevin Bays is hanging, working on St. Patty's Day stuff. Wanted to focus on St. Patty's Day. Jason Bruce is here. What's up, Jason? Straight out of Canada, huh? Kevin Rivera, slow as well. Yeah, you guys, it sounds pretty... Jason Bruce. Sounds about the same for everybody. Just kind of floating through it right now, which is cool. Sometimes it's nice to just have a break and not have to stress out about client work and stuff all the time. Guys, if you're on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, which is where the official live show is going down, but you're more than welcome to hang here, but I'm not going to be looking over there very often. So head on over to Instagram, preferably. Or not. You're on Instagram. Head over to YouTube. YouTube, what time is this here? 7:07, print fam. So we're going to get started here shortly. Yeah, so I'm trying to kind of get the intros out of the way and then have like cuttable areas on the beginning and end of this show so that I can upload that to the podcast. And then once that's done, geez, I feel like I cannot keep a straight thought in my head today. And then, so at the end of the show too, I'm going to try to like actually do a show, do some Q&As, but try to flow through them quickly. And then technically call it the end of the show, but the show won't really be ending. We'll hang afterwards. It's just, I want to start making the podcast more like usable episodes without just a Q&A where there's a lot of dead space while I'm reading questions and shit. So that's the way it's going to go. Know what I mean? And I think with that, guys, Andrew says loves my work. Thanks, dude. Yeah, Mac. Oh, see, this is interesting because Mac had a heat press from China. I had the same thing, and the handle broke off on yours. Mine was plugged in but turned off, and there was some kind of short, and the whole thing just like went up, just fucking electrical fire. So that's why I did the whole video with that little cheapo quartz flash, because so far it's good, it looks okay, but you never know with that kind of stuff, man. Like, it could be going good for a whole year, but because there was a shitty electrical connection, now there's a short and then you have an electrical fire. That's the scary stuff. All right. Let's dude, I got something in my eye or something here. Let's go ahead and start the show. It means I got to get this weight screen running for a minute. Okay. This is going to be a moment of silence. What's up, everybody? I'm actually reading Instagram right now because someone just called me so inspiring. That is cool to hear, but it's weird because I'm not. You guys bang them hearts while you're watching. I'm gonna put my focus back over here on YouTube. Well, it's good to see everybody here. Print fam, I'm happy you're in the house. We're gonna start the print life. As a matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and roll that intro right fucking now. Not easy. There we go. Oh shit. What's going on, print fam? It's your boy Cam. Welcome back to the Print Life Live, where we talk screen printing news, we talk screen printing business, and then at the end of all that, I do my best to answer your screen printing questions. Now, here's what's happening today in the Print Life Live podcast. So as I got no industry news, period. Scouring the internet, couldn't find jack shit. I'm sure it's out there, but I couldn't find it. So we're just going to dive right into the Facebook independent shop news. Once we wrap that, we're going to do a little business topic. I'm just going to briefly go over it. The topic of making a plan versus just doing it. Not planning it, just acting, right? That's like the difference between talking and doing. We're going to just briefly cover that. And then after that, we'll go over the Q&A. So if this is your first time here, that's the formula. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you're on YouTube, you can fire away questions but don't do it until I officially start the Q&A. If you do, it'll probably get buried. I won't catch it. So in the meantime, you guys can talk amongst yourself, but let's get running with this thing. So first thing on the agenda is the social media reminders. Got to get the socials out there, guys. Need you to follow me at Cam Earven on both Instagram and Twitter. Also subscribe to the Print Life podcast on iTunes, Google Play, all of the fucking podcast players. It's on there. So follow it, make your subscription, give me a 5-star, and then leave a glowing review if you actually listen to the whole thing. If you don't like it, just don't do nothing. What else do we have that we need to do? Send a request to the Facebook group titled The Print Life. It was really rapidly growing for a while, but it's kind of leveled off. Need to get that growth going back. So if you're into the print fam, if you want to be part of the print fam, then you got to be involved in the Print Life Facebook group, because that's where the community gathers when you're waiting for my next video, or to talk screen printing, or just to hang and teach each other something. So go sign up. What else do we have? Gosh darn it. Make sure that you guys are sharing and liking all my content, all that stuff. And then remember that we are live every Wednesday here on YouTube, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you got to do that. And then last but not least, just as you guys know, most of you, that I am doing daily uploads on YouTube now. So one video or another every single day of the week for the next 3 months. So I need you guys liking it, sharing it, commenting on it, the whole shebang, because I'm trying to grow this dang channel to that next level shit. But the only way I do that is with the Print Fam's help. So you guys do your best to help me out with that. Cool. I feel like that's it. So before I get started on the thing, I'm just going to go back to the chat and see how everyone's going. Jason, so it's quartz, not infrared. I think quartz and infrared are almost the same thing. I think there's like a filtering difference. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's about the same thing. Don't quote me on that. Google it or something. But they seem so similar, man. Yeah, and the Auku vlog is starting, and that one's going to post every Monday. We shoot it Sunday, posting every Monday. And the Auku vlog is in regards to a couple dum-dums, me and Don, trying to fumble our way through starting a clothing line, right? And we're just starting the series, so there's not a whole lot of depth there, but as things move forward, it should turn into something else. I'm really excited about it. But anyway, guys, let's jump into the business topic of the day. Now, I was not able to give any real thought to this. I mean, I'm gonna wing it, and we'll see where we end up. But it was just a passing thought, and I feel like when it comes to the people that are the ones that do the shit they're gonna say, they're rare. And then there's the other ones that just do it, right? And they never talk about it. They're even rarer. And then there's the ones that just talk about stuff but never ever do it. And we all know so many of them. I'm even guilty of it on occasions. But I feel like the talkers are the ones that are the planners, right? And the thing with talkers a lot of the times is that they feel this need to be perfect, to have everything lined out. They gotta cross every T and they gotta dot every I. Otherwise, they don't feel comfortable taking the jump and just doing something that they've always wanted to do. And it probably transitions far away from just being a business person into other aspects of their life, like asking out the girl of their dreams or whatever. I just feel like that mentality is problematic. But there is a definite need and requirement to plan at times. So that's what I want to talk about today, is planning and having a plan, or just going for it. Okay, so again, this is just a passing thought, so I'm going to just try to dive into it. But before I start going on, you guys kind of chime in on the chat. You know what I mean? Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know what your personality is, if you're a planner or if you're more of a leaper. I just want to know as I'm talking about this stuff, guys. So let's keep moving forward with it. I feel like for all of us, for especially the creative types, this is like the question, right? It's like when you're starting out, do you line out a perfect plan, get all your ducks in a row, get your financing sorted and know exactly how much it's going to cost? Or do you just start? You buy your first thing, you lease your next thing, you get your first client, and you just kind of build on it. And the answer to that, I think, is it's different for everybody. But I would say that there are circumstances where you should definitely plan, right? Depending on what scale you're going with, right, in the beginning. But for the most part, if you are just going to start something and you're cool with just starting small, then I don't think you need to have any incredible levels of planning or anything like that. And that's just in my personal opinion. I can't say that that's true for everybody, and I can't say that you should live that way. But when you're first wanting to start a business, and especially with a print shop, it's super easy to just buy a bunch of equipment, and think that just buying that equipment that you're going to be able to get work. So a better solution is kind of the way that I did it. And the way that I actually went about going for it was a very simple, like 1, 2, 3 plan. And this is the way my plan went. I had a job. I worked my job. And then I saved my cash while I was working. During my time working, I was building up my website because in my mind, I wanted to have clients coming to me instead of having to go out and hunt them down, right? And then the next part of my plan was to rent a space and then live in that space while I'm filling that space with equipment. So I couldn't buy it all at once, but I had to piece it together. And that was the extent of my plan. I had a plan to try to get clients, and then I had a plan to start buying the equipment. I didn't have much more than that. Now on the flip side of that, if I were a super analytical person, sure, I could have made financial projections, and I could have done all of these things. But I think for me personally, I would have never started had I tried. I remember trying to write a business plan in the early days, and the financial planning thing was a goddamn nightmare. I couldn't do it. So in that circumstance, it kind of depends on who you are, right? If you just need to do things and then figure it out as you go, then sure, you don't need to have insane plans in the beginning. But this is where my head was really at today, and that's more in the second stage. So actually, before I go into that, I also do want to talk about the fact that you also have to account for your age and where you're at in your life, I think, too. Because if you're a young kid and you don't got any kid, you don't have a wife or a child to look after, it's much easier to take a risk, right? And you can just work long hours, save up all your dough, buy the equipment, kind of do what I did. On the flip side of that, if you have a family, everything does in some form or another have to be planned out. So that's just one of those caveats. Like if you have people relying on you, nothing can just be by the seat of your pants. You have to plan for it. But even if you are a young guy and you have the freedom to do stuff, that doesn't mean that you should go off and be an idiot and finance $100,000 worth of equipment, potentially destroying your credit, because like they say, 90% or 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Those are really bad odds. So in either case, you shouldn't just go crazy and start financing stuff and destroying your credit. But when you're a little bit older, you should probably be planning, even if it's just a small business that you're starting, because everything you do affects other people. But anyway, where the hell was I going with that whole shit, man? Well, I was thinking earlier about the fact that, over the course of the last year, I got really like hell bent on automating, and it felt like the most important thing that I needed to do. And I think that a lot of it came from the pressure of this YouTube channel and trying to appear like I was something I'm not. I think when I think about it, honestly, that's where it was. Of course, an automatic can increase your consistency and these kind of things, but at the end of the day, I think I was really trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I had completely failed to plan for anything. I was just basically winging it. I was just going for it. And luckily, I was stopped. Like, it was kind of a forced stop, but it forced me to reconsider my options, and turned out I wasn't ready for it. And had I been planning for the future, I think it would have, I would have known early on that it wasn't going to work out, right? But the only reason that the brakes were put onto that move was things outside of my control, and I'm thankful for it. But it could have been a goddamn disaster. And had I not planned it out and known that and put all the money into that thing, shit, man, this channel could have went to the shitter. The whole thing could have just stopped, you know, because when you take on something like that, if you didn't plan for it, and if you didn't have a step-by-step plan of execution, not just for acquiring the equipment and getting all the shit in that thing requires, right? The dryers, the compressors, the electrical requirements, all of that shit, but the clients to feed the monster. And I know that anybody, when they just start automating, unless, I don't know, they struggle with it. They don't regret the purchase, but they do struggle with it. And the reality is that most shops tank, not when they're a manual shop. They tank when they start bringing in the big equipment, when they start making the big financial purchases. That's when things start going down. And that seems to be the reality from my experience. And I had other stuff in here, guy. I felt like I was really in deep with it, and I was thinking about it all goddamn day, but now I just can't stay on track with it. But I think that planning is important to a certain degree, especially once you've kind of been established and you're working shit through it. But I think, and this is just from my personal experience, that in the beginning, your plan should just be like a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Because if you go any deeper than that, you could get that plan freezing where you think so hard about it. And because you've never taken action in anything in your life, it becomes so overwhelming that you just freeze. And this is something too that I found, that as a business owner, when I started, I needed to just do it, because I didn't know how to plan for like the next step. Now, after being in this thing for a handful of years, I'm learning that you can, I'm learning how to plan, and I'm learning how to kind of project where I think things will go. I'm starting just right now to actually understand marketing. Not great, but I'm starting to understand it. So now at the point where I'm at, everything needs to be planned. I feel like I can't do anything just by flying by the seat of my pants. And that's, I think, the way it is. But I think in the beginning, for people like you know, if you're 1, 2 years in, why not just start? You know what I mean? Why does it have to be anything more than a 1, 2, 3 plan, right? Get the equipment, get the clients, or get the equipment, build the website, print work. I think it can be that simple in the beginning. And that's it. That's as far as I can take this damn thing. What are your guys' opinions on that? I would just like to read what y'all think here. Yeah, that's Ryan agrees with that. It's harder to leap if you have a family. And the family can make it, man. Can make it tough, guys. I think a lot of older, this was something I was thinking about too, because I'm 35 now, so I'm not old, but I'm old. Not old, but I'm old. And when you're when you're old, it's not even funny. It's like a pathetic laugh, because when you're old, I think a lot of people, when they start getting older, their only thing that they ever wish that they had done in their younger life, especially if they have a family and kids, is that they wish that they took more risks when they had the opportunity to. See, and this is where, that's kind of where my thought process went today when I was thinking about planning versus just doing it. Because when you're young, you do have the luxury of just being able to kind of jump. As you get older and you acquire responsibilities, you can't do these things like that. And I think it's important when you're just starting out, if you have the ability to just be a silly goose and try shit, then you should. As long as you don't put your financial future at risk. So you don't take out big loans. You don't put shit on credit cards with high interest rates. You don't do any of that stuff. Dude, every time I talk, I've been coming up. Now every time I start talking in long-winded paragraphs, it's like I have to touch my nose, or like I go, and then I continue talking. It's crazy. But yeah, dude. So that's what I think, guys. And I think no matter what you do in the beginning, it's okay to just jump, as long as it's going to be a small leap. Get yourself into it. But once it comes to a point where you're actually making big financial decisions that could change the course of your life forever, if you make the wrong one, then planning is definitely required. And that's the way that is. I see TA Prince. I just see auto in here, so I want to read what he says. But he used auto to start with. We got lightly used M&R 810 with exposure unit with the tri-lock for 23 grand. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. It's a good deal. Depends on what year it is and shit, right? And what it depends, but that's pretty good. Oh, and the exposure unit, pretty good. Yeah, so you can do it is chiming in there too, because you can do it. Has shit. I lost you, bro. I lost you, dude. Has a wife and 4 kids, so planning is not only it's not only a requirement, but it has to happen. But the thrill of leaping is rejuvenating, and that's the whole thing, right? And I'll bet you, because you have a wife and kid, like when you look back on your life, whether you're an old guy or a young father, you look back when you were free and you go, God, I wish I had just tried shit. However, it's funny though, because I think back to my life, and I saw one thing coming. So I really saw it coming, but even then, like I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to happen. But I didn't have the resources to acquire the things that I needed to get involved with that thing when it was blowing up. So when I was into the import scene and I was keeping my thumb on the pulse, I saw the drift scene. I saw a video, or it wasn't even a video. I think it was a photo of this kid in this Sil 180, and he was drifting. And I was like, holy shit, this is going to be the next big thing. And I wanted to do videography. I wanted to create a media company around that import drifting scene, but I didn't have the resources at that time. Video equipment was super expensive. So I look back at all these things and I'm like, overall, there were not very many moments where I should have went left, but I went right kind of deal. Because even if you put me back there, I'd probably make the exact same decision, because it was just the only decision for me. So to me, it's all good. I don't have a lot of regrets. God damn it, my eyeball is itching me, dude, like crazy. But I think like most people have that moment where like, fuck, if they had went left instead of right, they could have done something different. And that's what the whole thing is if you're just a young dumb and just ready to crush shit, sometimes you'll just go for it, and sometimes it works out. And that's that, right? 93 on board. What's up, dude? I feel like I can't start on my own without having every piece planned out. I'm concerned I'm making it too complicated. So Jamie just chimed in on that. That's the point I was trying to get across. Probably very badly, but yeah. The problem with planning, especially when you don't know how to properly plan, and again, you learn how to properly plan from being in business for yourself and making little moves. But when you don't know how, it just becomes like this fear lock. You plan yourself right into a corner, and you see the mountain that you have to climb, and you never start climbing. That's the problem. That's the point. So where you're at right now when you're just starting, just don't. I mean, this is the way I did it. Just don't. But granted, like, I'm sure if I had business sense and I planned from the beginning, had I known how, which I didn't, so it was fine. But had I done it from the beginning, maybe I would be in a whole different realm of this business now. But it didn't work out that way, and I don't regret it. And a lot of people that are just starting would be more than happy just to be where I'm at right now. So, if that's where you need to, if simple is cool with you, then you can just kind of take my route, and I can just tell you, man, my checklist was 1, 2, 3, and you're in business for yourself. And Jesse agrees that family makes it hard, and it's kind of a bum deal, right? At that point, you just have to plan because you can't not plan. And this is where I believe too. CTA Prince chimed in, and this is my motto, man. I almost fell for it, almost did it, but I almost fell for this, which was start small and then build as fast as the business will allow. And that's what I've been doing my whole time here. But it's sometimes you get impatient when you're only building as fast as it will allow, right? But this is the thing, and I know I want everybody to do well. I want to do well too. I don't want everyone to do weller than me. I mean, I want to kick some ass and take some names, but I want everyone to do well. But at the end of the day, the percentages of failure in business are extraordinary. 80 to 90% in 5 years. That means of all of the people that we're hanging out with right now in this chat, 7 to 8 out of the 10 in there are not going to be around in 5 years doing this, worrying about this. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. I mean, I've made it through the 5-year mark, but what about the 10-year mark? So you see these people that are blowing up, bringing in automatics, bringing in all this equipment, shit's going crazy. They could be gone in a couple of years. Actually, more than likely, the majority of them will be. So you keep that in mind. And the final point to all this is that, and you can learn just from me, and I just got lucky. This is how I avoided it. But the Joneses and keeping up with them, or your neighbors or your friends and everybody's moving at their own pace, and that's their pace, and that's the pace that they should be going at. But that doesn't mean it's the pace that you should be going at. If you feel passionate about something and you just want to do it and you don't want to put a bunch of planning into it, fucking go for it. If, however, you've been doing this for a while and you know how to plan properly so that you don't make it a mountain that you can't climb, then plan for it. Or go to work for somebody and have a freaking happy life and forget about this shit, after the 9 to 5. There is benefits to working for other people. A lot of benefits. The biggest one was just, not having to worry about, you just get your work and you get your little bit of money and you're on a budget and it's all good. That was nice too. It's a nice way to live. So prototype's chiming in. You're right. Starting out like he is right now, he ran the ad on Nextdoor and boom, he got some business, and he's spending that money reinvesting it in the business, and that's the way it works, man. And it's also crazy because when I was just printing by myself, I guess maybe it seemed like a lot of money at the time, but I just felt like I was rolling in the shit, man. I was just saving dough all the time. All this work was coming in, and even back then I was cheap, but I was cheap, and all the money was going to me, and it was fine, but it was not scalable. I backed myself into a corner where, because of my prices, I had to work for myself. If I wanted to bring other people in, I couldn't at those prices, but I tried to, and that was a problem. Again, that's where, as you start going and you plan to fail, you work your way into a corner, and that's what I'm dealing with now, man. Not to take the risk. And this is where Jamie's just chiming in at 39. Feels like she's too old not to take the risk. Yeah, you got to do it. You might as well. Fuck, what else is going on? But yeah, just I think where you're at, keep some nice plans in order, but do it in more of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, easy, bop, 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 and you'll bang right through them. It'll blow you away how fast it happens. Okay, that sounds good. I think we got through that one with I didn't go off topic too much, and it morphed, and we came back around, and it was good. It was real good. So officially, we can start the Q&A. So start throwing me your questions in the chat. While you guys are doing that, though, oh shit, you guys, I completely skipped over the shop news. Don't I normally do that first? No, I do it later. So we got to go to the shop news, guys, and it's not the most important thing, but I really like doing it because I like to shout out other print shops and just let everyone see what everyone else is up to. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so not Q&A time yet, guys. We're going to do a little shop news. This is the independent shops. They can go to the Print Life Facebook group, share what's happening in their shop, and if they do a good job and they post it like today or yesterday, I'll actually feature it. Oh, man. See, like, this is the kind of sad stuff. So Fabian Polaris, I know I said that wrong, actually sold his shop. He got out of it. He's become a commercial pilot. So this is the exact scenario you're talking about too. Like, he has embroidery machines, he's got stuff going on, and it couldn't make it happen. He said the market was right to sell, so he sold. Man, that's crappy news, but I guess it's the way they tumble sometimes, man. I'm sorry, that sucks, bro. Damn, dude. Yeah, you had the embroidery thing going on, the DTG, the whole deal, man. It's a bum deal. Martin Gomez just wrapped a 3-color on black. Looks clean. Looks very good. Who else we got here? Martin Gomez still working. Oh, I don't. Curtis King is working with some of that fluorescent green. Looks clean. I love that color, man. Actually, I'm kind of getting tired. I've been using it too long. Uh-oh. It looks like we got someone else doing some vlogging in the screen printing world. This is Matthew Chevalier. Let's throw him up.
What's up, everybody? It's Matt with Mikey Designs, and
Mikey.
what we're going to start doing is...
Yeah, he's got some... Let's throw him some subs, huh? Okay. Oh, shit. Am I not signed in? I'll have to do it later. So we got someone else in here vlogging, man. Doing the business vlog thing. Very cool. So you guys can check him out. Michael Chevalier. He's on screen printing from home. What's his YouTube channel name again? It was Mikey Designs and Silkscreen. Very cool. Oh, here we go. I guess this could have been news. If you're going to ISS, you can download the app, and it has perks, food discounts, all kind of good shit. The floor plan is nice. I'll be sure to install that before I'm on my way out. God, I'm ready to go, guys. I'm ready to just go hang with you. I am allowing myself to consume large volumes of alcohol Saturday night. So I'm down to do that. So we can just hang, grab beers, chill. And I'm really looking forward to not filming the whole day, filming the first part of it, and then just kind of letting that go and enjoying the thing. It's very strange when you're filming, you're not in it. Right? When you're filming it, you're not in it. So it's a lot better to be in it and not filming it. But it does give you a purpose, which is nice. Curtis King just did a wrap on some water-based printing. Looks clean. We got Marshall just dropped something. Knowledge is the new money. Some PPIA, just some kind of deal there. So you guys can check that out. ThreadX. What is ThreadX? Okay. And you all know to reach out to either myself or Sonny. So I tell everybody, you know, Marshall included, like, you can't just come in here and just hyping your links. I know I do it. But I'm the exception, damn it, because I'm the admin of the thing. But if you guys don't like that kind of shit, you just got to either let them know directly, nicely, that you don't like them sharing the links like that, and most of the time they'll stop, or you let me know and we'll take care of it. But for the most part, I like it. I like seeing some industry links and stuff like that. To me, I like to see it. It helps me keep my finger on the pulse of this industry. Without having to go searching through the interwebs to do it. So I like it, but if this kind of stuff bugs you, you just let me or Sonny know, and we'll nip it in the butt, or just kindly let the people posting the links know. Cody's working on a bid for 400 shirts for 4,000 shirts for the community center. That's Cody Ritter. So that's good news, man. Hopefully you get that. Good luck. Ryu. I want to say Ryu. I like that. Ryu Silva, the 3-color print from Multa Metal Fest. That looks sick, dude. Crazy. Kevin Gunn got a request to do 400 shirts, 4 designs, 100 each, 2 color front, 1 color back. Can't do this without being paid up front. How often do buyers balk at paying up front? Oh yeah, I saw this the other day. Dude, I'm just going to answer this question right now because it's important. But dude, it's pretty common to do 50%, but you always get at least 50% up front. And that covers the cost of the garment. And if they never come back, at least you didn't just totally lose your ass on the garment cost. Always 50% up front. We pretty much do all of it up front. I think I've done a couple of 50. That's pretty much our standard now, is the whole thing up front. If they gawk at that shit, bro, then they're probably not planning to pay you anyway. So if they are all butthurt about you saying that you need the money up front, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it, man. There are hustlers everywhere out there, dude. I took a $5,000 bath on a stolen credit card. You gotta be careful with these people. There are hustlers everywhere. I saw someone in here that had done a cool little print life thing. Oh man, there's the Antec. A little print life graphic. It was kind of another version of the neon one that I had on. I think I used to have it up. I don't think I have it up no more. James Clark's working on a few small jobs in the shop. That's the next thing I do want to bring in, is like a single head embroidery machine. I'd really like to get some embroidery going. Oh, come on, guys. Ooh, butt registration. Reggie's crushing it. Okay. You guys. You're not going to be able to see it. Go check out Rezzy's thing on YouTube. Yeah, on that MHM action. Looks good. Come on, where's that graphic? Oh, are these blisters? Smiley face blisters? Oh. Cool card. Shorn Cowwood was just printing it up. He's just sharing his news with the print fam, spending his Sundays in the thing, just printing t-shirts. Looks like Brad is working on for CTA Prints. He's working on getting his brand game up, picking some colors. I'm assuming you're going to use those colors across all of your marketing. You know what? I'm struggling with that right now too, because I went big and bold with the print life just to make it obvious. But you know, I also like modern design trends. Like I like the vintage look that's going on right now. You know, with a lot of thin letters, and you're mixing a headline font with a script font and the distressed like white on a background of a fucking mountain range or some shit. I like all that stuff too, man, and I struggle with sticking with one image all the time. I always want to change the look of the print life. I always want to change the look of Monument Limited, but it's like, it's branding, right? You got to pick one, you got to stick with it, and you can only do updates if it's like just modernizing it, because everything changes. But I always want to redo everything. God damn it, I really want to do it with the print life right now. But I'm going to let this thing ride for like 2 years solid, and then I'll probably change it over. Made to Make It. Looks like Mark Ripley got the Made to Make It book. Just getting back into screen printing. And he's going to be, okay, so he's going to be meeting me on Saturday as well. So that's cool. So that's Mark. Yeah, you guys, I do want to, I guess, talk about ISS a little bit. Again, this is why I do my thing, man. I'm terrible at planning. Like, you guys see me making plans and shit on YouTube and stuff, but those are like the only plans I ever make. I know that I'm getting there an hour early so that I can get into to one of the booths and do some filming that's kind of outside of the scope that I wanted to shoot. And then directly after that, I'm going to be bouncing from booth to booth to booth, trying to get my shots. Once we get all of our shots, my whole evening is open until about 7 or 8, because then I got to get back to the hotel and edit the video so that it's uploaded. Excuse me. Odul still makes you burp, so that it's uploaded the next day. So I'm gonna hang, I'm gonna, you know, party, have us some beers, have a good time, but I do kind of have to cut out early too. So I'm hoping to get everything kind of wrapped by around 5, and then head over to that. I guess Ryanette has this thing going on at one of the bars or something. So that's where everyone's going to be, and that's where we'll all meet up, hopefully. But I will, as soon as I get there, I'll put an Instagram post out, and I'll continuously go live on Instagram telling you where I'm at. So just keep your Instagrams open, and you'll be able to keep in touch with me too. But I'm going to meet up with all you guys. I really want to make that's going to happen. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. What? I've heard people using latex paint from hardware stores to print on paper bags. I mean, it would work. It's screen printing. If it's liquid and it'll pass through mesh, it would work. I wonder how you would get that shit off. Like, clean it, though. Yeah, here we go. That's pretty cool. Looks like neon spray paint. Jean LaRosse. Thanks, man. That looks cool, dude. Really sick. And that's it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and start the Q&A. So start feeding me your questions into the chat box, and I'll do my best to answer them. And then if that shit kind of dries up, then I'll head back over to the print life and start answering those questions. Hector, I can't add you. You just got to go to Facebook, search it, and oh, did you already send a request? Is that what's happening here? Oh gosh. Okay. Approving them all. Okay, if you just sent a request, you are now approved. Dude, Instagram's just been kind of open this whole time. I feel like I'm neglecting them. It's cool, though. There we go. Okay, dude. Hector, I approved your request. If you were in there, you got a request. Oops, go. What's up? Everyone just, sometimes people just fire off these like little statements like, what's up? I can't tell who you're talking to. It's funny. Mark has been told that it's a cutthroat business. The better prices you have, you'll get the business. It is true. Like if you're the lowest, you're gonna get the work. You will. If you're the lowest, everyone will give you a shot. The problem is that if you're low, you can't make no money and you can't keep your goddamn doors open. Right? And this is why I've been so terrified of Amazon entering into this space, because they're willing to run at a zero profit or even take losses for years and years and years just so that they can own a particular market. And that's what frightens me about them. But everybody else, it's oh shit, Lynn, thanks. Lynn super chatted me. That's a big $5. Yeah. She's pre-buying me a drink for ISS. Can't join this year, but maybe you'll make it out next year, Jamie. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Every little bit helps, guys. Where are we at? That's so awesome. I appreciate it. Makes me feel all warm and tingly. It makes me just completely lose track of what I was talking about. Gosh, I'm trying to figure. Okay, here's one. Hey, add me to print life. You did. Okay, I'm just trying to get on track, find out where I was. So he was fine with 50. Okay, so this is in regards to the thing about Facebook, about him, the guy scoffing at paying up front. Yeah, good, dude. So yeah, if they're not willing to pay 50 up front, they're scam artists. But everyone's fine with that. That's pretty much the standard. Like your sample images, and I think you'll get to that. You'll get it. And yeah, we were talking about the prices thing too. And pricing is a problem because if you're low, you'll get the work. Because I experienced this. I'm literally going through this all right now, and everybody hears it. You can have. I've had 10,000 different people tell me that you got to raise your prices. You can't be cheap. But if you guys are anything like me, you can't be told nothing. You gotta do it for yourself. And I'm that way, and most of you will be that way. So if you're asking me what to do, hell yeah, dude, get to work. Just get to work. I'm not gonna tell you not to do it one way, because I did it that way, and it works out fine, and it keeps you going, and it helps you learn the business. And then as time goes on, and you have to basically start over when you raise your prices, but now you learned a hard lesson. And people will tell you all the time that your prices got to be up. You got to get them up there. You got to be right in the middle of the standard pricing. They'll tell you that all day long, but if you don't believe it, then you got to do it for yourself and figure it out. And you only will realize it once you actually start going, oh shit, dude, I didn't make no money. I ain't making no money. I'm working my balls off 12, 13, 14 hours a day. I didn't make no money. And then when you start hiring people, though, that's when it's a problem. That's the other thing, too. You can be cheap if you're a one-man show and, like, you live in your shop like I did. But, like, you can be cheap and do it. But when you want to hire someone, because it's not scalable to do it all by yourself, you can't. You know, when you want to hire someone, now that pricing is an issue. Now you got problems, because salaries are expensive, man. Even low-paid people are expensive. But you'll figure it out yourselves. But yeah, if you want to just get to work, man, just go cheap. Just go cheap. Yeah, I am. He says I should stick with my image. That's why it's called branding. Exactly, dude. I think like anybody in this world, I love to fucking play around with things and, you know, do new looks and shit like that. But yeah, not going to do it. Not gonna do it. You should always stick with your brand, man. Unless your brand image is just total dog shit, then you need to rework it and make it look better. But you gotta stick with your look. Josh does 50% up front for commission work. That makes sense. Mystic Focus Cam, am I able to send tie-dye shirts to you and get them printed? We've had some weird stuff with that, with the dye bleeding in if it hasn't been dyed with, like, if it's dyed with like the right dye or something. We've had weird bleeding issues with that stuff. But yeah, we would do a sample, you know, on one and run it through its paces, and then. But yeah, if you want to send them in, you absolutely can. You can do it through the site. Ryan's asking how often we get defected or imperfect garments, and how do you handle them returned to the distributor? Hell no, dude. With our distributor, it's like a 35% restocking fee. Once you add up for shipping, because we don't use a local distributor, we don't return shit. Nope. And then you just put in the terms to the client, you know, you have your allowance for mis-sewn, misprinted garments, and that'll accept some of it. And then other than that, if it's 12 or under, we just refund it. If it's 12 or over, we'll do the reprint on it. We'll order some more. You know, that's like leakage. There's a million names for it, but it's part of operating. You're gonna have to fix defects a certain amount, like a certain percentage of your total jobs will be repairing shit. The goal is to try to take that down as to as small a number as possible, obviously. And there's like industry terms for it that I don't even know. I've heard it thrown around a bunch. But and I feel like that's where we're at right now too. I'm really trying to take it to where, you know, our prints, the less and less messed up prints, starting to go through the garment, so at least we don't print them and we get them reordered so that we can get them in the production run instead of having to do it. Oh shit, this one's messed up. So we print what we have and then we have to reorder the rest and then reset it up. I'm trying to get it to where it's like a nice tight little ball. And that system that I'm building is going to have all of that. I mean, this thing is going to be the sickest shit. I'm talking with the developers in great detail and putting together a real nice plan. It's going to be nothing like it. Super excited about it. So you guys just keep your eyes open for the Kickstarter, because I'm going to need all y'all's help in that department to get this thing off the ground. Yeah, Alberto. So I shot yesterday's video, and because today the live feed is our video, I don't upload yesterday's vlog until tomorrow. But I uploaded it this morning and I scheduled it to to play this morning, then I remembered like, oh shit, this isn't supposed to go up today. Today's video upload is the live feed. It's the way it's going. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So it'll be up in first thing in the morning. This is pretty much Wednesdays are more or less my only day off. Like last night I was editing that shit all night, and then like I woke up I haven't been. You don't sleep much when you're doing this. Any of you guys, it's cool, man, and doing YouTube is so fun and you'll love it, but you don't get to sleep, and it does become a little difficult getting anything else done other than it. Like you know how you guys will see me trying to do a print project and shit, and I very rarely complete them, because when you're vlogging it, when you're doing the setups, you're answering the phones, the emails, and you're trying to do a print project, it's really, you can't get it all done. But sometimes I pull it off, like luckily. I saw something here. How is the liquid tape working out? Oh my god, it's so nice, guys. It's like it's momentum changing stuff. It really is. I honestly, bro, I sat there and thought about it, because I've talked to thousands of screen printers for so long. I'm a sponge. It's funny. You guys see me on the YouTube in the YouTube world, and I'm always talking. So I might even be perceived as someone that babbles nonstop. But matter of fact, I've always been more of a sponge, and I ask a lot of questions and take in a lot of information from people. And I've talked to dozens and dozens of different screen printers from my time in this, and no one has ever mentioned liquid tape. Never, not once, until Marshall of all fucking people. He mentioned it briefly in passing, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, dude, so I had to do some experimenting to figure out how to do it. But I strongly considered keeping that one for myself, right? Because you put that shit out there, and then it's one of those things where I don't know. I just really, fuck it, I'm not going to go into that, but I really wanted to keep that one, man, because it is it changes shit, man. You know how when you're undoing the tape, okay, so the setup, obviously you get a setup registered, and now you got to take another, few minutes just to tape the shit, right? But then on the teardown, now you got to tear all that ink out of there, and then you make this little ball, and if you have, some people won't ball it up properly or wrap paper towel around it, they throw it in the trash can. Now the trash can bag sticks together, and then, all that shit's a waste. Sometimes you can't get it off, so you put it in the dip tank, and then that part of the image doesn't wash out smoothly. Dozens and dozens of reasons why to use it. I haven't found a single reason not to have it. Not one. Not fucking one. And now that it's out there, you guys, just it changes it for you. It makes your life easier. It's one less thing to worry about. And the million things you have to worry about, why not take away just one of those things? And you can. God, I just went on a rant about it because it's so awesome, dude. I feel like it's a trick. It's just so fucking nice, man. Also, Jason mentions that he uses screen glue. And I tried screen glue. That was the first thing I tried, dude, because I didn't know that the industry made a specific fluid for it. And I tried screen glue, and I'm sure that you make your own screen, so it's fine, Jason, but I tried it, and it was a total shit show, man. I had the 2-part stuff. It's probably not the right shit, but I just tried the first stuff I could find, and it would like start smoking and steaming, and I gave that shit up quick. And also, the taped off parts is like really rough. It's harder to coat it, so just get the Nasdar liquid tape. Just get it. Yeah, Val, I don't, people say that they heard about it. Like, once you put something out there, everybody knew about it. That's just a fact. That's how we all are. I do the same thing. But yeah, I had never heard of it from anybody until I met Marshall when he asked me if I would do the interview for Inksoft. And once we wrapped it, he told me about it. I was like, no shit. He didn't tell me how to do it or any details. He just said, oh, that's what, and then I was like, started looking into it and found it. Yeah, Jason, dude, like the shit that I had like, it reminds me of nail glue that your mom used to use to glue on her fake nails or whatever, but then it has this spray activator, and I would spray it, and I shit you not, it was like chemical fuming. It's not the red glue, it's the white, it's the clear glue. Don't know. It was horrible though. Just use the Nasdar shit, man. You only need it once. It lasts the entire time until you restretch it. It's perfect. Are we on 100 again? Nah, I can't be. There's no way. There's no way. 100 watch. And that would be sick though, dude. Oh yeah, by the way, guys. Ooh, we got 101, huh? Are you sure that's live viewers? Because that's amazing if it is. Anyway, since we did, I know maybe we only hit 98 last time, but I'm doing my work. I'm cultivating some of the people I want to interview. I feel like for you guys, and you know, tell me if you don't agree with this, but you got the screen printing thing on lock. There's a million channels, myself included. There's a million screen printers telling you how to screen print. You don't need that. I'm looking for people that have business experience, startup experience. Those are the people that I'm gonna start cultivating and bringing in and having them talk to y'all more about general business stuff. Is that something that you feel like it would be cool? I feel like that's more useful information. Again, there's Ryanette, Catspit, and now me. There's enough channels out there doing tutorials about screen printing, so I feel like business advice would be the best advice and the best people to interview here, or even like motivational people and stuff like that. Does that sound good to you guys? Because that's what I'm trying to do. John. So John's asking, I showed the Epson printer in a recent video and it looked like you only had 2 black. Please explain. AccuRip lets you choose which ones you did, and I just replaced the dark black and the light black with the the blackout ink, and that's just all I use. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It works. Ideally, I would have used all the heads, but I can't. There was a reason why I didn't. They weren't clogged. I can't remember. I wanted to be able. What was it? I wanted to originally when I bought it, I was gonna do the Oh god, dude, my brain. What the fuck's it called? I can't think of it now. The fucking what do you call it, man? The shit where you print it out on paper and then you heat transfer it to polyester. I cannot think of dye sub. I was gonna keep it as like I was thinking or hoping that maybe I could convert it to a dye sub and just use it for a while and then have it do that, and then I just gave up on that. So that's why I kept the color heads. I didn't load them up with black ink, if I remember correctly. That was the reason for it. There is no other reason, and now it works fine with 2, so I just keep doing it at 2. That one's almost done. I'm going to be ordering a new printer very soon. Oh, by the way, guys, it'll be in the vlog too, but I originally was going to buy a pre-registration system from Anatol that is M&R compatible, but finally on Digitsmith, like out of the blue, one popped up, and I was able to get it for like I wanted to find my phone and talk about it because the homie gave me the hookup. But yeah, I got one. It's on the way. It's used. It's an M&R Tri-Lock, and I'm really excited to start using it, man. Really excited. Everyone says that they suck. Okay, this is another reason. Like I really want to get in. I want to get my hands on it because I have found sometimes even if everyone says it doesn't work, doesn't mean it doesn't work. But I've heard a lot of good stuff with Tri-Lock and all these systems. I've heard a lot of bad shit. Yeah, you know what's this is interesting. Kevin Rivera, 8th Wonder Printing. Dude, I tried doing one for Booty Yoga. Well, I didn't, but we printed one and it seemed fine. We used the Nasdar there's a vinyl ink. I can't remember the item number. It worked fine, but we did something stupid and fucked it up. But it seems to hold up to some degree. But are those things 100% silicone? We just used a vinyl ink, vinyl screen printing ink, and it seemed fine. But we haven't followed up with them. I don't know if it still works. But the print got screwed up anyway, and we only had one, so it turned into a total disaster. But as far as I know, the vinyl ink from Nasdar would hold on with silicone. I don't know. It's a good question. It's a really good question, actually. That takes experimenting. So yoga mats are silicone. They're not just foam rubber. It's actual silicone. Because I bet you even vinyl ink would have a hard time adhering to silicone. Does anything adhere to silicone? Not really. What's the point? It's like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, dude, you guys, we got 100 live. That's pretty damn cool, I think. If that's what y'all stream says, and that's what's happening.
No.
That's pretty cool. What else we got in here? Damn, guys, you guys are killing it here. Eric, okay. I'm trying to get back here. You guys, I tried to, but just really do at the print life. If you, before your question, if you type the at symbol, the print life, it'll put a orange bar around it, and it's easier for me to see it. How long does a liquid take? Mark Barr asks, how long the liquid tape lasts? Forever until you restretch it, as far as we can tell. Right off the same price you charge customer for the other shirts for the IRS trail. Don't know. Okay. 101. Yay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting our viewer count the fuck up. So now I gotta keep. I'm already working on it. I'm planning on bringing in interviews and stuff. I'm really excited about that, guys. I think it'll be fun. Terry Combs, huh? Sublimation, Valby, thank you. So Prototype says, yes, the general business, but also the life aspect makes this good for all of us. Yeah, I feel like I feel like within the print industry, there's already enough of us just talking about screen printing. I think it's better to have, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. The motivational people, the people that can just give you general advice is more useful, because the technical stuff is all there. It's already there. I really want to start pushing the business side of it, you know, because I want to start learning it, and I want to start sharing it with you guys as I learn it so that we figure it out together. CTA is asking what my best advice is for return on investment advertising. Dude, I mean, all advertising should have a return on investment. I've experimented with Google AdWords, not much with Facebook, pretty much Google AdWords, and the only way that you can make Google AdWords worth a flying fuck is to have, you have to do split, like A/B testing, and you have to be, you know, verify, like even just with one keyword, like let's say you're trying to rank for screen printing, which is a horrible idea because it's super expensive. But let's say you're trying to rank for that. You have to split test it. Like you'll have screen printing and you'll test it on 2 different landing pages. One that has like one big call to action button, and then one that maybe they have to scroll down, and you see which one works. That's the only, well, first off, Google Ads made it to where you could actually track your return on investment, which is why I was going to say that Google AdWords is going to provide the best return on your advertising dollar, but only if you do it right. And if you do it wrong by not testing everything and just adding one word at a time, or just a group of words at a time, and then A/B split testing them on different pages, if you're not doing that, it's going to eat you alive. But I would say if you do it properly, Google AdWords is where it's at, man. It really is. If you have a good campaign, they take a long time to put together. Right, you can pay people to help you with it, but you need to know how to do it yourself. But if you do it right, you can pick up the majority of the work you need. If you slow down, like technically right now, I could throw our campaigns on and I could get that phone ringing 911 off the hook. I've been enjoying the time off, but Google AdWords is where it's at. I've heard things about Facebook, but I don't trust it. So I would say that. Also, I think YouTube is great advertising. It's different. It doesn't work the way you would think it works, because I'm marketing to you guys. You know, I don't get direct clients from the YouTube channel, but what happens is that Google owns YouTube. And when you start getting traffic, like this channel, me just giving this stuff away and interacting with you guys still gives me link juice, and it still shows interaction with my whole account. And then that stuff all links to my website. So the social signaling is a big part of it, and this is all free. All it takes is your time making these videos and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously I feel like I just always create more competition for myself, but it's all good because that's got to happen. But if you guys really want to start advertising your thing, man, I would start really putting a lot of focus into video. And I think video is just getting started too. more and more people are transitioning over to this YouTube platform. Like, you know, it's Facebook and YouTube. It's Facebook and YouTube. But that shit's all free, man. That just takes your time, and that's a great advertising source of that shit. But it takes a lot of work. You got to put your time in. Man, my brain is just going into, it's mush right now. How did I go about getting business when I first started? This is from Eric Guzman. I built the website before we even opened the doors, man. I knew early on that I didn't want to have. I've never known a lot of people. I don't like keep tons of friends and like acquaintances and shit like that. So I knew that I couldn't depend on my network. And from a whole previous life as a salesperson, I knew that I didn't want to have to go door to door and start making cold calls to businesses and shit like that. So because the internet was around and I had started researching the power of it, I just knew that I wanted the clients to come to me. So I built the site that would make that happen. And it took, a couple of years of research and learning to make it work. And now things have changed because now it's all based on local. It's the way Google works now is completely different, so I can't even 100% advise it. But if you have a nice site and you constantly post to it, you will pick up your local traffic. Not much more than that without paying for it, but you'll pick up your local traffic. All of it now is based on search proximity. So like if someone has their phone out and they search screen printing, it's going to show them the nearest ones to them. And if they go to LA, it's going to show them the nearest ones to them. It's no longer based on the rank. But if you make a good solid website, you will pick up the majority of that within that area. There's also some other neat little tidbits of information that Google has out there apparently. The closer you are to a downtown metropolitan area, or literally the closer you are, like feet. Like if your shop is a half a mile closer than the shop down the street, you're going to have higher rank. The closer you are to a downtown area, the more value Google puts on your business over the others, even like above reviews and shit like that. So there's a lot of little things, man. Google reviews, when you start your website and you get all that shit going, the Google reviews are hugely important. They're more important than any other review now. Some people use Yelp, but I think it's on the way out. I haven't logged into Yelp and fuck Lord, I don't even know when. Google reviews help. So build your site, get your Google game on, and you'll get work. You'll get your local work. You ask anybody. Now you can launch. It used to be difficult. You had to have like a 3-year-old domain. Now you can launch a site and rank up locally within a year. Yeah. Jamie, what's my take on custom ink? Dude, don't get me started on custom ink, bruh. Don't get me started. I'm not going to start on it. I've been screaming the sky is falling since I started this live thing, so I don't want to keep going that route. But what I think about custom ink is that there's a place for them, and it's a good thing. Now, I have concerns of what they're doing because, one, they did something that I wanted to do. Again, it's fuck it, whatever. But they have a particular segment of the market, but the good thing about them is that they have the market that none of us want. So it's not really a big deal. You know what I mean? They have the 1 to 24 piece market, and we don't want that anyway. So it's all good. I have no concerns with them. It's actually a really good thing because they're the only company that I know of that's actually pushing the price of this industry up. And customers are going with them to some degree. So I think that they actually help in a lot of ways because they are extremely expensive. And like if we could all just raise our prices up to there, man, we'd all be in really good shape. So that's what I think about custom ink. Sure. Luke, I have a kind of important question. I'm studying mechanical engineering and would like to start my own machine tool company. In the last 5 years, I have more than 25K of screen printing equipment. Should what? Should I sell? Yeah, if you're not going to screen print, yeah, dude, you have to pick one. You got to pick one. Yeah, you got to pick one. You don't need that shit. If you're going to become like a machine shop, yeah, you're entering into a whole other world, and that screen printing shit got to go, man. Sell it. Yeah, I would sell the living shit out of it. Machining's good too, man. I would use your services. I got some stuff I need to machine from a mobile press too. You got projects? I don't know, dude. Like, you know, I'm getting ready to launch into this software angle again, and what I have found is that you put too many irons in the fire, and it's hard to focus on any one of them well. You know, I'm getting better at it now. I'm learning how to juggle it and how to prioritize things. But for the longest time, I couldn't do more than one thing at a time. So that's what I'd say. You got to pick one or the other, I think. Unless you like doing two things, man, fuck. People are successful starting multiple businesses all the time. So you can do whatever you want. But I feel like you should pick one because you're just in the beginning stages, right? I don't know. It's a good question, dude. It's a good question. I'm still thinking about that. Because it makes if you're any kind of a logical person, you hear that stuff and you go, okay, well, what multiple things am I doing right now? You know what I mean? And it makes you go, well, can I give advice on that if I'm doing exactly the opposite? Because I have two big focuses and the third one, which was a big one, but now I'm kind of like, well, I'm just going to let that one be what it is. But you know, the website and the subscription-based thing is a new thing, but now I'm dead serious about it. But I also want to make the best print shop in the world. So I'm going to be doing two things. So maybe you can too. You know, I can't sit there and tell you one thing when I'm actually going to do exactly what you're talking about. Matt Vlogs. Any thoughts on my first 4-color manual printing press? That is the question I'm going to try to answer at ISS. I'm not looking at the big dog fucking $100,000 equipment. I'm looking at all the tabletop presses and the professional floor level screen printing presses. So I'm going to do 2 different videos reviewing them, and then I'm going to give my opinion at the end of it. Hopefully I can pull it off. I still have no clue how I'm going to do it. I'm kind of going to wing it, but I'm looking at the tabletop entry-level presses. I really want to do that one well. I just don't know how, man. Gosh darn it. I've been thinking about it a little bit. It's hard when you've never been to an event because you don't know the flow. You don't know if you can actually... All the vendors said that I could get my hands on it and fuck with the micros and move shit around, but it's like, if I can't try to actually physically register it to something, you know, I won't be able to tell for real if they work, right? Because a micro can feel good, and everything's loose and everything seems to be moving, but if you're not comparing it, and when you go to tighten it down, and if you can't visually see if that thing creeps like a millimeter or a fucking an 800th of a whatever, I don't know those measurements. If you can't see that, then it's hard to be the judge, and that's the kind of stuff I want to look at. Anyway, let's see who else I got. Hopefully I answered that first one about getting business, man. I really believe the internet is where it's at. And then from there, I want to go back to that because I was just talking with a buddy the other day, Jurassic Prince, about it actually, how it starts, you got to get a few clients, but then it grows organically. And those arms are what really support you. But you have to get them coming to you, in my opinion, because I hate going and looking for them. If you're a good salesperson, though, you could go look for them too. Dude, I like talking about that stuff. Mark just got the Artisan CISS tank and it works great. Cool. Terry Combs did you know what, dude, there's tons of people teaching all those classes and stuff. I don't know. I have my opinions about all that, but it's cool. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's awesome. I'll look into him. As soon as this thing's over, I'll take a look. Jason's not a Ryanet fan, huh? I like him. I can respect the hustle. You know what I mean, Jason? It's like you can love him or hate him. You can think that the spokesperson's a dork, or you can think he's the coolest person on earth. But either way, like, the dude's he's figured it out, and his team has helped him figure it out. I just think he's done something pretty cool that's never been done in this industry before. So I don't know if that was because of his YouTube channel or if it was because of his site. I don't know. Maybe it was a whole bunch of things. I do know that he was one of the, from his book, he was one of the first people to really embrace the online selling thing. So he got in at the right time too, but I respect it. Holy shit. So Custom Ink hit $1 million in sales a day. Well, they're huge now, and they're huge, dude. Yeah, I mean, this industry is going to change. I think it's going to change. Like, I've really been looking at it and reading all the signs on the wall. It's going to go digital. You know what I mean? There's going to be a large push for digital over the course of the next 5-10 years. You're going to see almost everything go digital. People will probably continue to screen print the white, and then they'll digital over that. That shit's just getting better and better every single day. And these new merch suppliers are coming in, man, and they're coming in hot. You got Printful, which shit, I like them too. You got Scalable Press. You got Amazon Merch. You got Custom Ink, and Custom Ink's going to release something too. They're doing that same integration thing. So where I think that the screen printing world will exist is in the craft market. So we, as print shop owners, I believe, this is what I'm doing, is we need to really be selling the craft of it. We need to be dialing in our print quality to a level of insanity, and we need to be going the extra mile in the customer service era. Like, it's cool to automate all the stuff on the website and make your life as easy as possible when it comes to managing your shop. And actually, that's a big part of having good software for it, is because when you make all that shit thoughtless, then all your brain power can go to the craft of screen printing. I also think that if we want to keep this industry, dude, don't take anything that I'm saying right now literally. I'm literally just kind of letting my brain run, and my mouth is just spitting out whatever comes in there. But I do think that the craft of screen printing is what's going to keep it alive, but it will become a thing that's probably not necessary. What I do foresee happening is they still have automatics, but you've seen the heads coming from, like, Rock has one and M&R has one that goes over, so you can screen print the white. And then all these multicolor setups, that shit's going to disappear, dude. The screen shit's not going to happen. That thing was printing multicolor so fast on that white base that was screen printed, dude. It's going to change. Everything's going to change. But I think that we can start selling neat things. Like, we can start selling foils and high densities and puffs and glows and start making the building of a t-shirt more of a process. And then we can keep it alive. I also think that there's always going to be a need just for that local person, because there's always people that don't know what they're looking for and they want to talk to somebody. And if you're there to talk to them and walk them through it and make them really enjoy the process, then maybe screen printing will be around forever. But who the hell knows, man? Fuck, it could be screen printing forever and digital could fall off. Who the hell knows? But I do strongly believe that digital is where it's going. No, okay, so Jamie's asking about that. So Jamie, I was going to tell everybody this, but I'm not. I don't want to put too much stuff out there, but you need to definitely start a WordPress site. Everybody in here, if you haven't started a site yet, start a WordPress site, because they're easy to set up and you own them. But I wanted to do, we're not there yet. I would wait, Jamie, actually, because I want to do a poll with you guys when the time comes and figure out what platform you like best. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to get a little thing together when I actually launch the campaign, and we're going to everybody, we're going to all get together. We're going to have some kind of virtual meeting, and we're going to find out what platform everyone's comfortable with. If everyone wants to go the WordPress route, that's the way we'll go. If everyone wants to go to Squarespace or Shopify, that's the way we'll go. But we'll only be able to develop for one the first go round, because developing for each one is expensive. It'll come, but to start, we got to pick one. So I want to find out which one you guys are most comfortable with. I might say the Squarespace is a really cool option because it's easier to pick it up if you don't know anything about web design. Back to the point, I might consider waiting on it. But then again, you can always have a WordPress site and another site and then just point things back and forth. There's things you can do, but you need to start building that site either way. Yeah, gosh darn it, Jamie. I don't know. If you guys can just give me a few more weeks, I'm trying to get these numbers lined out, and then I'm literally going to start this Kickstarter campaign, and we're going to start developing like really quick. And I'm going to have all of the people that are early contributors in on it. You will literally be able to give me features that you want, and if there's enough of a vote for them, we're going to put them into the goddamn thing. It's going to be huge. Need a film crew for ISS. Well, I have Sonny who's going to be meeting up with me, and Ryan Perez will probably be filming his own shit, but we can all help each other out getting that stuff. So I think we got enough of a crew. I didn't take any lav mics, so we're still just going to be recording with the on-camera microphone. So it's still going to be very rough. No doubt about it. Yeah, you guys just hang. No one has to ask questions. It's all good. Jason uses micros and a hammer. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I remember my old shop. Not to be, yeah, I just remember that. The dang. I would fucking shit. I would shit. Yeah, Ryanette, they're expensive. This is the thing though, man. If you're really trying to stay in business, you have to be these days. Look at how much we pay for ink and supplies. Those guys aren't pulling no punches when they charge us fucking, $100 for a fucking 5-gallon or whatever, $100 for a red gallon of ink. They don't feel bad charging us $30, $50 for a fucking gallon of whatever chemical we need. So that's the whole thing, man. And again, can't tell nobody nothing because can't nobody tell me nothing, but the price has got to go up. Everything's got to be more expensive. If it's more expensive for us, though, then we should be more expensive for our customers. That's where Custom Ink is right, man. They're the most expensive printer in the world. They're the most expensive printer in the world, as far as I know. And they're selling more than anybody, so that means something. Price has something to do with it, right? For simulated process, I mean, I can never, someone just brought this up last show, dude. I can't remember the name of the software. It's a Photoshop Actions plugin. I cannot remember the name of it. Separation Studio, but I have, so Separation Studio, I like the idea of it, but yeah, there is no one size fits all when it comes to separations, man. And and I'll be 100% honest with you, when it comes to simulated process steps, I'm not that good at it. I've been trying to figure it out for a long time, but I've never sat down with a pro in the industry that's been doing it for 10, 15 years and had them show me their process. So I've just been trying to peck away at it, and it's tough. But I do like that Photoshop plugin. I just can never remember the name of it. But I think if you go to like screenprintingsoftware.com or something like that is where you buy it. I can't remember. Fuck. Oh, here's something interesting. I didn't know this. Where is it? Where are you? I just saw it and I didn't read who wrote it. About Apple using Yelp. Apple phones use Yelp for their business searches. No shit. Well, then Yelp might be very relevant, man. Dude. I guess probably I kind of made my own decision that they weren't relevant because they piss me off, man. Like, I've gotten all these good reviews, but because I got reviews from people that don't Yelp, they just got buried, and then they only throw up the bad reviews. So Yelp, man, I refuse to give them any. I'm not doing it. They can go to hell. Vendors' goal is to sell big presses to folks with lots of money. Or they don't mind selling it to you if you got no money either. They don't give shit. Because once you finance it, it's your problem. Later, Matt. Thanks for joining in, man. WordPress. So everyone likes WordPress. Yeah, the Rock Digital is dope, right? It's crazy. So is the M&R too, man. There's a big push for Rock right now, and I get it. They're marketing the shit out of it, and they're cool, and the color's awesome. The color matches our color, so it makes sense on a lot of levels. But M&R is still good, man. All the presses are good. Even Anatol, like, you know, they had this falling out when there was a transitionary period, I guess, back in the day when they de-staffed, but now they're back on track. All the presses are good. It just depends on what you want. I will say this about Anatol. They have like these entry-level presses that are just so goddamn affordable, man. Like if you're just trying to get started and you don't want to buy some used hunk of shit, Anatol has some options for you. WordPress. Love it. The Monster Max coater, it still drives me crazy too, dude. It takes me twice as long to coat with that than it does the traditional plastic-ended ones. It still gets me. I struggle with it. It's strange, but I mean, I get it done. I don't get drips or anything like that, but it does. It drives me nuts. Not rough. It will be organic. Don't overproduce and get slick. Don't know what that means. They don't care. Exactly. King's with me. Simple Seps. I think that's it, Kings. I think that's the thing. I can never remember the name of it, but it's just a plugin for Photoshop. I think it is Simple Seps. WordPress it is, huh? Yeah, I missed what WordPress is. WordPress is a site building backend. It's just a content management system. And the nice thing about it is Anatol. Yeah, that's the right spelling. The nice thing about it is that you can self-host it, so it's open. It's open source, so you can do whatever you want to it. And so I'm trying to figure out what's the most used platform, so that when we develop our plugin, we only have to develop it for one system. And so that's where we're going to go with it. Forge through fire like Shopify. Yeah, that's another reason I've always been afraid of these build it sites, only because like you don't really own it, right? They're in control of a lot of it, which is why I like WordPress, because you can host it on your own server. Granted, you don't own your servers either, but it just feels like you're more in control of it. Like if Shopify or Squarespace decide to change the core of their function or of their structure, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do about it. WordPress is nice, but it's not always the most secure, that's for sure. But other than that, it is really nice. Now, can the majority of you can do your basic WordPress? You already have one, or you understand the core functions of it. Also, nowadays, the nice thing about WordPress is you could get a designer to do the install for you for next to nothing, because it's so common. You can even hire a kid out of high school to do it for you for $100, so it's not expensive. Yeah, we're not gonna integrate Shopify. I think we're gonna, because it's all custom, guys. So we're building the back end for the login for the shop management, and then we'll have the front end. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into too much detail with that. I think we need to. King. Yeah, everybody hopefully is starting to build their WordPress site. Cool. Yeah, guys, so just keep your eye out for my Kickstarter or for my GoFundMe. I don't know which one we're going to do. As soon as I have the final cost of this thing, we're going to get this thing going and build the best damn shop management system that there ever was. Front end and back end, the whole goddamn thing. And then yeah, I'm even thinking about doing some really tight integrations that would benefit everybody, like some connections with wholesalers, and doing like a shared shipping thing so that we're all getting the super discounts. I'm thinking about really integrating it into a deal where everyone can start saving, dude. I don't know how you can do it though, but I'm going to see. Yeah. That's true. Even the manual install is simple. You're right, man. They all do. Shopify has app integrations. Fucking all of them do. The question is, the only thing that I'm concerned with is what the majority of the screen printers here are using, because that's the platform we're going to go for first. So we're going to make plugins for all of them, but we want to, you know, we got to start with the majority. But that's it for now, guys. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. It's late too, man. I'm ready to go to sleep. I gotta eat. I'm gonna order some Panda Express, dudes, because yo, I don't know how much I mentioned it in the vlog. Sometimes I forget what's in them things, but I've been eating clean, guys. Like on Saturday with Jen, I do the pizza thing and a piece of cheesecake and shit like that. But other than that, I've been doing like intermittent fasting. So I'm basically eating from like 7 to 11. Not drinking beer, not drinking soda, not eating candy. My shit is crazy, dude. And everyone says that you have a moment of clarity, but I noticed that I was breaking out and shit, and I don't know if it's my body. I don't know what is happening to me, but I also have like brain fog right now. And I've had it, I mean, since the beginning of the year, but it's like starting to get worse. I don't know what it is, but eating clean does the weirdest shit to you, man. Anyway, that was outside of the point of all this. Let me do my outro, guys. Don't peace out till then. So I want to thank y'all for hanging with me on the Print Life Live. Remember, we're live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I got a video to be uploaded first thing, ready for your viewing tomorrow morning. And remember that I'm doing videos, at least some kind of video, every single day of the week. So if you're part of the Print fam, which y'all are, but if you're listening to this later or it's your first time here, trying to grow this channel and grow this community, and the only way that happens is with your help. And you help by sharing and commenting and liking, and now YouTube has this thing where you can heart it. So we need you to heart it. You know, they just keep adding these fucking things, but I need you guys to do it. And then make sure that you go to Facebook and send an invite request to the Print Life Facebook group, because that's awesome too. And that's pretty much it, guys. Any other questions for me? Yeah, everyone thumbs up this thing, and everyone go through and thumbs up all my vlogs that I've been fucking started since January. I need thumbs up on all of them. You guys have been doing a great job with that, by the way. The views are going up. The vlogs are typically hitting between 800 and 1,000 views within the first week, which is really goddamn good for a vlog. So that's cool. And we're doing all right. Thanks, Jamie. I'm glad you guys are here. And thank you, Jamie, for the super chat. That was super appreciated. So amazing. You guys are the best. If you have any other questions, leave them in the chat. Leave them on the Facebook group. Other than that, I'm going to go get some damn grub, guys. So we'll talk to you later. Peace out.